Man, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Game, like Will, man, back with another video. Man, listen, this video gonna be called Unapologetic Rizz. Um, I forgot the other part I was gonna say, but basically, say what you mean what you say. When it come to game and when it come to like the opposite sex, females, it's like, and this is just like global, like worldwide. It ain't even just with females. It's just with people in general. Like people who are unapologetic. You know what I'm saying? Not an asshole, but an asshole. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't even gotta go that deep. But it's a skill, it's a practice, right? People say, "Oh, be yourself." I hate that fucking term. Be yourself. Well, that would kind of negate the point to have parents and have a father figure and somebody who you should be looking up to, because you should be more than yourself. You should um, humans have two parents because we're supposed to look up to somebody. And then when our parents disperse at age 18 or 17 or even sometimes younger than that, we go on into the world and we're supposed to have laws, rules, codes, just narratives, which are perspectives, the way we view things. And this is kind of what I'm hitting on in this video. So many times I could be posting video after video and just making content after content, and I'm sitting there and I'm sleeping. I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck to post. I don't know what. And it's like, just be yourself. And it's like, I talk to y'all about like going into patterns and going into like certain like patterns when you're winning in life and everything seems to be working. And then you go into bad patterns and old patterns where everything seemed to be not working again. And I called it oscillating Rizz because it's like you're on an oscillator, right? One day, you're happy, you're able to just film, everything seems right. It seems like you're going to be the next best YouTuber in the world. And then you do good actually, or better than you ever done on YouTube. And then the next week, you're like, damn, I missed a day. You throw the whole pattern off. And then you're like, oh, I ate some bad food. My energy's low. I'm going to go to sleep. And it's like patterns. And when you start to think of life in patterns, it just becomes easier. You become the third eye and you become the watcher from a bird perspective, bird eye view versus living in every day, day by day, just struggling. And just now, before I filmed this video, I had to take myself out of that slump that I was seeing myself. I was able to foresee. I'm able to foresee whether I'm on this road or I'm on that road. And I'm able, now that I got more mature, to just be like, okay, I know this road leads to destruction and long-term destruction. And if you don't get yourself over on this road, you're just gonna be mad at yourself, and it's a waste of time. You'll film 30 more videos before you get back on that road again if you do it correctly. But I hope y'all sticking with me, man. If y'all new to the channel, like this, subscribe, hit that bell. But Rizz, man, um, fuck Rizz right now. Be yourself and call the shots. Life is very beautiful because just as ugly as it is, it gets equally beautiful when you start turning the wheel in the right direction. And when you're like, man, listen, like I just told this female just earlier, because I met her on the bus last week. I used to go to school with her, and I was on my way to this job joint, and I seen her on the bus. She gave me her so I get on the bus, I sit down, but I notice this female looking at me, like she's right here, she's looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. So I look up, I'm like, she look cute, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say nothing, you feel me? Not right now, because there's other people on the bus, and it was early, I wasn't in the mood. We get down the street, the woman sitting in front of me get off the bus. So now it's just me and her. So I'm like, damn, I gotta say something now. You feel me? I'm gonna say something. So I look over to her, and I think I kind of like got her attention. And then I'm like, yo, like, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? You know, you look kind of like, I just told her she looked kind of good, whatever. Thank you, da 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 da. And then she like, wait, don't I know you? I'm like, oh. Then I start smiling. I'm like, I do know you, you know. I'm like, but then we just had that little epiphany right there, and then I said I noticed you was looking at me like when I got on the bus, like what was that about? And she was like, yeah, I was staring at you. I was hoping that you didn't notice. I know she was capped because girls would do some shit like that. They really want you to say something to them type shit, as you could see, because now I got her number and shit, right? But that day was weird because we got off the bus same stop, and then we was downtown together for a little bit of time. Like, and then I seen her a couple more times, and then she finally left and went her way. And I don't bag like 15 girls that day or whatever. I ain't bag all 15, but I mean, like I talked to a hefty amount of women and got like like probably like 6 Instagrams. So uh I end up texting her because she was talking about coming over and stuff like that. We was talking about that off the rip, but our first conversation was really deep. She was talking about like she about to go wear some like she was just being freaky off the rip, like on the bus before we got off the bus. She talking about her panties and she about to wear these like she's just talking freaky, right? Like so I'm knowing already we about to go straight to the as soon as we link up, it's gonna go straight to because she gave me even a hug on the bus, and the hug was extra sexual and extra, but something in my soul telling me like, man, like, cool, we gonna link. That was the mindset, right? So later on that day, I hit every girl up that I had swapped Instagram with, whatever, and then I hit her up. So we talked for the rest of that day. Then we talked the next day, and the overlap of days, we just texting and stuff, right? I'm naturally a slow texter and stuff like that. So long story short, I already told y'all the whole story, but long story short, we end up getting to a point where we're at now, where I just let her know. I was like, yo, I said, so the other day I told her to send me a photo. Send me a photo. That's one of my compliance tests that I tell women to do. That's like not in person. It's over the phone type shit. When I first meet a female and we set up a date, I typically tell them to send me a photo because I'm already about to scan you to see um if you're what type of woman you is. Like, are you gonna be like giving me shit, or are you gonna be more so like, you feel me, just like in a feminine role in my life, or are you gonna try to act confused about who's who and who should be calling shots and shit like that? Because I cut you off real quick, you feel me? So I end up she said no, like, you feel me, you know what I look like, da 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 da. And I'm like, I ain't feeling that shit, right? So I just don't even text her back type shit. Like, I just leave this shit on red. Like, you feel me? That's how I'm giving it up, family. Like, I just leave the shit on red. So, I'm talking about other females and shit like that for the next couple of days or whatever. Cause that's how you do it, fellas. Like, y'all just, you'll never care if you are always focused on the next woman that you're gonna run into. And I ran into a woman today too. Ran into a female in Walmart today. You feel me? But anyway, so she come texting me again. Um, but she waited like a day. So she didn't text me yesterday. She texted me, today type shit. And she texted me and said, hey. So I'm like, damn, I thought she was gone because I ain't never text her back. So I'm thinking like, yo, she, women got ego and shit. So, I'm thinking she not gonna text me back and shit. But she come text me, hey. So the first thing I did, and I ain't gonna lie, I got this advice from another dating coach. He said when you and a woman kind of like, when a woman is bullshitting with you and then she hits you back up, just go back to the last thing you were saying, talking about. Don't act bitter, don't act mad, but don't act forgetful. Like, go directly back to the point where I left off on. So I just texted her. I said, "So you ready to send me that photo now?" LO. I don't think I said LOL. I think I said dot 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 or question mark. So this how you train them to know, like, I'm not the type of nigga you could bullshit with. Like, it's a one-way street. And this is true masculinity, which a lot of guys they lack. You feel me? So don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I'm saying? It's either like you feel me. For people who try to be like feminine and masculine. It's like it just don't work, bro. Like you just gotta be a man. You're a man for a reason. You got nuts for a reason. Like it's symbolic. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I tell her, hey, so you ready to send me that photo or something? Like, so she hit me with the no. She said I told you no. Stop asking that or something like that. So now she really in the red zone. So I just text her. I said, I ain't interested in this. You feel me? Like that's what that does. That's the last message I said. I ain't interested in this. Period. Or some shit. I don't know what I put. I ain't interested